Hey, what's happening, guys? Dan Dyro here with another Options to Play video update. So I'm circling back to something I spoke of about like 2 weeks ago now, and this is this chart of GLD, and it's something that I wanted to highlight as we get a little bit more volatility picking up across the market, right? And what I think is relevant of the GLD chart, and I realize, I mean, maybe not something that most people trade on a day-to-day basis, but what I think is relevant is this idea of patience. Okay, um, myself included. I love trading breakouts. I love trading breakdowns, but depending on your time frame, sometimes like that first move, it's not worth the effort to go after it, right? Like if you are looking for a scalp, a day trade, maybe a 2 day trade, maybe even like a 3 day trade, okay, I get it. You want to be involved when that first breakout starts to take shape, right? But if you're looking at something over a longer time frame, a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, right? Like if you're looking at a trade saying like I think there's a long-term potential, then that first move sometimes it's just better to wait, right? Because for you or for me, and if I'm looking at something over a time frame that's longer than just like a few hours or a couple days, what works best for me is when I have more conviction, right? And I have more conviction when there's confirmation, okay? And GLD, right? We talked about this. So at the time when I did this video, I said that time, right? Like time is going to be the ultimate test. Like if this breakout's legitimate, it needs to hold, it needs to stabilize, it needs to build up at higher levels, right? Because we saw it multiple times where it ticked above the top end of the trend and failed, right? Back in May and June, it ticked above the trend, ultimately failed, right? So at the time when I was talking about this video, I was like, a few days, a few weeks, like you want to see consistent, solid action, consistent interest, you want to see it hold, you want to see it stabilize, and then maybe step in for a 2 month, 3 month type trade, right? Because then you would have more conviction that the breakout's legitimate, right? That there's actually interest, that there's people paying up for this, that this could work its way higher, right? Versus, looking at like the first move up and say, oh, it's going to rip higher, only to watch it pop, stabilize, and now fully retrace and fall right back into like the trend, right? So if you're looking at swing trades with time frames a month, 2 months, 3 months, right? This is kind of how I approach it, right? Like I don't mind missing like the first tick of the move as long as I have more conviction that it's going to really start to work, right? Like that the trade is triggering. And for me, that revolves around giving it time. Like I want to see steady action. I want to see the stock stabilizing. I want to see a more aggressive buyers, right? So in this case, on the breakout, you want to see more aggressive buyers. And if I miss the first 4 points, 5 points, that's fine because on a setup like this, I might be looking for a move of like 15 to 20, right? So I don't mind missing the first move if I think that there's a lot more potential when it actually confirms the breakout. Okay, so um, I wanted to circle back to this because like I know I did a video just recently talking about it, and again, I mean like this is like what I really want you to take away is that depending on your time frame, like don't get FOMO, right? Don't feel bad if you missed the first move because if you're looking for something more substantial, like the first tiny bit of that move, whether it's the upside or the downside, right? It's not as relevant as you having conviction that the trade's going to work, and conviction comes through time. Okay. So if you like this video and you're looking for more information about swing trading with options, please follow up with the link in the description of the video for more information on options to play. Have a fantastic night. Stay well, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.